Good afternoon, everyone. It's wonderful to have you with us today. As we dive into today's topic, I'd like to ask, how confident are you in using the principles of Chinese dietetics to guide your patients through seasonal changes? If you're looking to deepen your understanding of how food energetics can enhance health and balance throughout the year, then you're in the right place. My name is Myra Chen, and I'm your host and moderator for today's eLotus webinar. At eLotus, we have been committed to providing top quality educational content for over 30 years, and we're delighted to have you join us for this insightful session. Today's class, Introduction to the Foundations of Chinese Dietetics, Food Energetics Through the Seasons, we will explore the foundational principles of Chinese dietetics, emphasizing the energetic qualities of food and their impact on health throughout the changing seasons. You will gain practical tools to incorporating food energetics into your practice, empowering your patients to harness the healing power of their diet. It is my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Ellen Goldsmith. Dr. Goldsmith is a nationally board-certified acupuncturist, Chinese herbalist, and educator with over 2 decades of experience in Chinese medicine. She is the author of Nutritional Healing with Chinese Medicine, over 175 recipes for optimal health. It is a comprehensive guide that brings the wisdom of Chinese medicine into everyday life through the kitchen. Ellen's integrative, body-centered approach has helped a diverse range of individuals tap into their innate power to overcome challenges and achieve better health. Dr. Goldsmith has also served as senior faculty at the National University of Natural Medicine's College of Classical Chinese Medicine and the Academy of Integrative Health and Medicine. Her extensive teaching experience also includes roles at New York University's Tisch School of the Arts and lecturing at esteemed institutions such as the Charles B. Wang Center and George Washington University's Access Integrative Medicine program. If you're interested in learning more about TCM nutrition and diet, you may check out some of our other speakers as well, such as Michelle Marimore, Grace Liu, Mark Bastrangia, Tina Chen, Kathy McNeese, and Gary Quintero, who have also taught courses related to today's topic. I'll provide some links to their courses in the chat room shortly. And before we begin, a quick reminder to set your chat from host and panelists to everyone so that everyone can be part of the conversation. If you have any questions during the webinar, please use the Q&A box. And the quiz for CEUs will be available the next business day, late afternoon, for everyone with qualifying attendance. Now, let's get started, and please join me in welcoming Dr. Ellen Goldsmith.
Thank you so much, Mira, for that lovely, lovely introduction. And I am honored to be called doctor, even though I do not have a doctorate, but I think of myself a doctor in the most traditional terms as teacher, and to share with people ways to develop health. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today, wherever you are. I see people from all over the country and from the great island of Hawaii. And I'm really happy to be here virtually with you, my colleagues. And there's so much to say on this topic and something I'm very passionate about. And I really hope that I spark your curiosity. I confirm what you already know and give you some foundations to work with in helping your patients improve their eating. So I have a lot to cover in this short time. And of course, I can't transfer all the knowledge and deep wisdom of this way of eating in such a short time. But the beauty is we are all experts in eating. And so are our patients, maybe not so healthfully sometimes, but that is a really good place to start. So I want to honor that all of us have food preferences, all of us have cultural traditions, family traditions, and of course, we have habits, and those habits can be hard to change, but we can step by step in a very delicious way. That's the beauty of food. So just to know that Chinese dietary therapy is rooted in the foundations of Chinese medicine. So if you're an herbalist, many of these these foundations will seem incredibly familiar. And I hope that you can help strengthen your herbal prescription or use food to help strengthen your herbal prescriptions. And, food dietary therapy can be very prescriptive, but I don't have a prescriptive approach. It's really easy for us to prescribe and to be absolute, but that's not how we really change and create, stronger, healthful habits. Change really comes from within. And the beauty of Chinese dietary therapy is that it's the most direct way, one of the most direct ways, besides our breath and movement, for us to connect and build body awareness. How do we feel after we eat something? Is our energy good? Can we sleep well? Is our digestion smooth? Do we eliminate well? Is our mood kind of steady? All of that. So it's a great way to cultivate. We need to cultivate body awareness. We as practitioners can give our patients new resources. We can help them build new skills. We can direct them to places where they can build skills, all while cultivating delight and joy, because joy and pleasure is a big part of healthy eating. And so again, my intention is to spark your curiosity and confirm what you already know and outline the important foundations of Chinese dietetics, of thermal nature, Xing or Qi of food, the flavor and the therapeutic action that flavor has on the body, and then to weave that into the seasonal eating and seasonal attunement. And hopefully this will give you a way to understand and to start to integrate food recommendations, not only for yourself. I always say start with yourself first, because when we really embody and know something deep in our bodies, we have practiced paying attention, we can help transfer that to our patients. And then I'm going to give you we're going to dive into the seasons and seasonal recommendations. So those are my intentions. I'd like you to take a moment and just write down, if you have paper, or you can put it in the chat, but what's your intention about being here? What do you hope to get from this, our time together? So just take a moment to do that. And then I'm going to share my screen. Oh, one last thing. Okay, you do that, and then I'll say one last thing. So it's a long session. So at about an hour after I've gone through the foundations and just introduced a question or two about seasonal recommendations, the seasons and seasonal eating, we're going to take a break for 10 minutes. So just know you're going to have a break time where you can get some water, move, stretch, move your bodies. I don't see you, so do whatever you need to do. Stand up, move around while we're doing it. So, okay, let me share my screen. Whoopsie. Where do we go here? Okay, there we go. I want to go to full. Just a second. Bear with me, everybody. I want to. Okay. All right. I hope I'm good here. Okay, like I said, welcome. And again, my intentions are to bring some insight for you into a traditional way of eating from the Chinese medicine perspective, and understand the foundations of Chinese dietetics, the role of thermal nature in helping to balance yin and yang, flavor in activating movement and being in sync seasonally, and how that goes into seasonal eating as well, just to help people maintain health and equilibrium. And also just to recognize the resources you might have or how to incorporate that into your practice so that it's doable and accessible. And that's the thing. The beauty of Chinese medicine is it's rooted in the observation of nature. This is crucial. And we've been so disconnected from nature in our modern world, and nature also of our bodies, nature of the external world. And if there's any hope for us, it's that we get reconnected. So food is one of the most direct ways that we can reconnect with nature. And because Chinese medicine is rooted in the observation of nature, it is transferable across all culture. So we don't necessarily need to eat Chinese foods Chinese herbs, even though the Chinese herbs are wonderful. And I'll show you some examples of how we utilize them in some recipes. But it really is transferable, warming and cooling, flavor. They're in all cultures, and all cultural traditions have traditions of food as medicine. So I just want to say that, because that's really important of making it accessible to our patients. Okay. So wait a minute. How do we go forward here? Okay. So, of course, in our medicine, prevention is superior to intervention, and how we eat and move totally impacts our health. And chapter 1 in the Neijing really talked about the regulation of lifestyle as a key to longevity. If you remember that conversation between Huang Di and Shibo, where they're saying, why is that people knew how to follow the Tao, the way of life? They knew how to regulate their energy, their eating, their sleeping, they knew how to use movement to activate qi in the body. And why is it now that people drink wine like it's water and don't sleep and don't move and look old at 50 and die there soon after? So it's there in our medicine. And we know that many chronic issues of our time can be improved or remedied with good diet, with regular exercise, with stress management, with good sleep. So our medicine includes herbs, acupuncture, qigong, bodywork, and dietary therapy. All of these provide benefit. But food is kind of the most direct way we can start, because we eat every single day. People may come to us for acupuncture and herbs for a time, and then, they may back off, but they'll never back off eating. So it's a really beautiful way for us to help people and help them develop skills where they can be kind of in charge of their own sense of health and well-being.